Hi everyone and welcome to a new video here on my channel. Today I want to share with you my scrapbooking corner, which I have now finished decorating. It's quite tiny, but it works well for me and for the space that I've got. I've not got a massive house, so this is perfect for me and it makes me want to craft, and I've got all of my stuff at a nice eye level, so to say. So I'm going to start with going a little bit backwards, and that is my exercise bike because I have in my living room, this is my living room, I have used one of these Japanese folding screens to just literally make a room in another room. And that has worked great. I bought it online and it was really affordable. So when you enter my living room, you can close the scrapbooking room off. But if you want to, like now, you can have it open and it means that you can actually walk in like that. So let's start with showing you my scrapbooking shelves. That's my Cricut that I've got on top of the shelf, and when I want to use it I just move it down to the desk and I connect it to this cable that's hanging there. It's just the easiest way to store a big Cricut machine. Then under my Cricut I've got my stickers, I got ephemera, and I've got my 6x6 paper pads, which I love. I love this little corner here. I'm all for stickers and ephemera, so just lovely. And then below that I've got all of my colors, all of my distress inks and all of my mediums for coloring. I've got watercolor pencils, distress markers, I've got the palettes and stuff like that. And this shelf actually connects to this shelf because that is the storage I have for all of my re-inkers and all my stickles. So I'm going to show you that in a little bit. But if you go down, you have my stamping corner. This is where I keep all of my stamps. So here I've got a lot of rubber stamps, and I've got a mixture of different stamp companies here, like, yeah, literally everything. I've got some Hengler and Wings, I've got some other stuff, just a mixture of a lot of different companies. Clear stamps, most of my rubber stamps I keep in these cases. This one I can't close, so I think I filled it a little bit too much, but yeah. So that's how I store my mixture of stamps. And then I've got all my Tilda. All of my Tilda stamps are in here. Love them. I've got a lot of them. And then I've got my Tim Holtz stamping pad. I think it's called a stamping pad. It's great. It's just, ever since I got that one, I've stamped more, which I love. And then if I go a little bit back, I have got my die cutting shelf. So this is where I keep my Big Shot, and I'm looking into getting a Big Shot Plus because the Big Shot that I've got is a little bit too small for some of my dies. But I have all of my dies in these art bin storage bins, I guess. And yeah, they work great for me. I store all my dice on these magnetic sheets, and then some of the bigger dice I've got there on the side. And then if we go down a little bit, I've got all of my die cuts in one of these folders where I keep all of my die cuts, like my Tilda die cuts and stuff like that. I've got some 8x8 paper stacks on top of the die cuts. Actually, this sticker. And then next to that I've got white cardstock, I've got like coloured cardstock and glitter cardstock and stuff like this. So this is like my cardstock cardstock area. Under that I have all of my glue and mixed media and measuring tapes and stuff like that. And then next to that is a mixture of envelopes and stickers. This area is a work in progress. Really need to do some more on that. And then next to that shelving unit is all of my pens and random stuff for filming. Some miniatures, some more decorations, some cards I've finished, and some empty jars and just storage boxes down there. Next to the 6x6 papers is all of my 12x12 papers. I've got my Stamperia, and I've got a lot of other yummy papers that I store there on top of that shelf. And then I've got my re-inker storage, which I've showed in a few videos before. So if you want to see how I store my re-inkers and my stickers, just check that video out. And then below that, I've got all of my sewing supplies in that little box there. And then I've got just a random orange box which says letters. And that is some letters that I've received just that I keep there. And then below that is a shelf where I've got all of my rubber stamps that I haven't really done anything with yet. It's a work in progress as well. And then if we go down a little bit more, these are my nightmare shelves because these are my field hobbies. I've got my knitting and my embroidery shelf. I've also got my hot glue gun, and it's just a shelf which I don't really touch. I don't do anything there because it's awful. It's just really unorganized and not how I want it to be. But below that, there's a lot of cables there for my laptop. I've got a flower space where I keep all of my flowers, and then I've got all of my laces and stuff. I might move that up in the future, we'll see. And then under my desk, oh my word, look at that, all of these cables. I've got my photography gear and my sewing machine, and then just a random, well, not random, just a trash can for all of my papers. And then if I turn around here, I've got all of my glue, my mediums, my tapes, yeah, all of that. If you go down a level, you've got all of the tools that I use, like my paper cutter, my hot heat gun, some of the punches, and some of the distress ink pads, just in those boxes there. And then if you go down, I've got a driving lessons book. I don't know why it's ended up there, but hey ho. And then I've got card bases. And then if I go down another level, it's all of my mixed media stuff that I use. And that is pretty much my craft area. That's how it looks like. And of course I've got my laptop and my desk and stuff. But yeah, my little craft area. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have, be sure to push a little thumbs up. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!